And a whirlwind week for New York's socialist mayoral candidate, Zohran Mamdani. Today, meeting House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries after talks with Jewish leaders and top Democrats and business titans wary of his policies, like his $1.1 billion alternative policing plan to create a Department of Community Safety. Mamdani called to defund the police in 2020 and said that the NYPD was, quote, racist, anti-queer, and a major threat to public safety. But now, these days, Mamdani insists that he is backing the blue.
I will not defund the police. I have not been running on defunding the police. I've said time and again, I will sustain the headcount of the police department, and that I see the police as a critical partner in creating public safety.
Okay, major change of tune there. So let's bring in the former New York City Police Department Commissioner, Ray Kelly, the longest serving commissioner in the city's history with 14 combined years. He's also a Vietnam War vet, spent 30 years in the Marine Corps. Always good to have you here, Commissioner. Thank you for being here as CEO of the Guardian Group as well. Do you believe him when he now says that he doesn't want to defund the police? He has also said that the police are the source of the violence in the city.
Exactly. And he also said that he wanted to dismantle the police. It's 5 years ago. Defund and dismantle the police. So in essence, that's what he's doing with this community safety department. Nobody really knows what that is, but the only place that he can get those resources to establish that department is from the police department. So, and by the way, the police department is hemorrhaging police officers now. It hasn't stopped. Ever since Mayor Adams came in, police are leaving in big numbers. They can't recruit, they can't hire. In his platform, he doesn't say anything about hiring police officers. So I don't believe him, but I think he is someone who speaks his mind and will carry out what he says. He's a true believer. And I think it's a real concern for the future of our city. Quality of life will change dramatically, in my opinion, if this man is elected mayor. And I think the police department will be the agency that will suffer the most.
So you've been around New York City for a long time, through many mayors. You remember Ed Koch, of course, Mayor Bloomberg, de Blasio. What is your take? I mean, there are a lot of people who say, look, Mamdani's going to win. That's what's going to happen. What do you think?
I've never seen anything like this. It is really very confusing, and the polls show that. So I don't know what's going to happen. You have actually 5 candidates who'll be running for mayor. This man thinks he's in a catbird seat because he won the Democratic primary. And yesterday he had a meeting with business leaders in New York, and apparently he didn't give an inch from his agenda. He is a very hard line, very radical, and certainly in my opinion. So that's an indication that he feels pretty comfortable. And Charlie Gasparino, who's just on your show, wrote in a column today that it caused business people after yesterday's meeting to start packing up, start thinking about leaving the city in a very serious way. And that's so unfortunate. This city is the capital of capitalism, and to have a Marxist, a socialist government is just unthinkable.
You know, President Trump has sort of stayed out of it. The other day, he said he thought Cuomo should stay in the race if he wants to stay in the race. That's about as far as he went. What do you think should happen with these other candidates? Do you think they should consolidate? People should drop out so that it's 1-to-1?
Well, obviously, that's still to be seen. There's supposedly negotiations going on behind the scene. I happen to know several of these candidates. I know they have pretty large egos, and I don't think it's easy for any of them to drop out. So if, in fact, someone's going to drop out, it's going to go down to the wire, I think, before it happens.
Hard to believe that these people running for mayor in New York City have big egos. Commissioner Ray Kelly, always good to see you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.